Joyce ma'am, you only na? It's you only na? हाँ क्या? नर्मदा. Okay, admitted. Hello, am I audible?
You are audible.
Dr. Isha?
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಲ್ವಾ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹಾ ನನ್ನ ಫೋನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆ
Hello, everyone. Hello, am I audible?
Hi. Yes, you're audible.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
We have few participants in waiting room. We are
Okay.
waiting for Dr. Sarath to join.
Okay.
Allow us 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, Dr. Naval. How are you?
I'm good, Dr. Isha. How are you?
I'm doing good. Great to see you again.
Yes, same here.
Yes. So Sharath actually is concluding a meeting. So he asked me if it's okay if he joins a couple of minutes late. So he
Okay. Okay.
just join in. How's it going, Dr. Naval?
Yeah, it's going fine.
Has Mumbai started pouring already or there is still time?
I didn't get you. What?
Has Mumbai started pouring cats and dogs already?
Yeah, it's pouring heavily. I'm not able to leave my clinic right now.
Oh, yeah, I remember. So I used to work in this Airoli, Mindspace
Okay,
area.
okay,
And
okay.
once I got stuck in that tunnel, you know that tunnel that you take from the
Yes,
east.
yes,
Oh,
yes, yes, yes.
my God.
Hmm.
That was
Ma'am,
horrible. I was
I'm
stuck
serious.
bang in the middle of the
ನಾನು
tunnel.
ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅವಳೇ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ
Joyce ma'am?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ
Yes.
ಕರೀತಾರೆ
Narmada, you are not
ಹಾಯ್
on
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್
mute.
ಇಶಾ
Hello, how are you?
Hi. Hi, Dr.
ಹಾಯ್
Gray.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್
Hi, hi.
Yeah.
Yes, Joyce ma'am, I think there is some echo happening because probably you and Narmada both have joined.
Mine.
ಮೈನ್
Yeah, some echo is happening.
Close my.
So, Dr. Naval, you are also going live on Insta right now, right?
Yeah, I'm going. So I
Okay.
would be
In
sharing
that-
that live invite on this.
Yeah. Yes. And in that case, what we can do is we can probably start so that people can also start joining us on live while we are having our conversation, and then Sharad can join and we can start with it.
Yes.
So that nobody has to wait.
No problem.
Poonam, I believe the session is being recorded. Yes. Okay.
Start your.
Yeah. Should we start?
Yes, let's go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to today's webinar, Health Management Unplugged, Real Stories, Real Answers. I am Dr. Naval Ghule, and I'll be your moderator for this insightful session. Today's webinar is a unique platform to hear real-life journeys from people who have walked the path from classrooms to corporate corridors and are now shaping healthcare systems in dynamic ways. We are privileged to have two brilliant speakers with us, Dr. Isha Maharana, Assistant Professor at IHMR Bangalore, a passionate educator and mentor shaping the next generation of health managers. Dr. Sarat S., a current PGDM student from 23-25 batch, recently placed at Deloitte Touch, one of the world's most leading consulting firms. Through the experiences, we aim to uncover what truly goes on behind the scenes in the world of health management, the challenges, the breakthroughs, and real stories that inspire. Let's get started with our conversation, and I encourage everyone to ask their question in the chat box, and we will address them during or at the end of the session. So without further ado, let's dive into the discussion. So welcome, Dr. Isha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naval, for the introduction, and thank you so much for being the moderator today.
Thank you so much.
So, I would just like to tell everybody who has joined in that Dr. Sharad is in one of the meetings and he was unable to get out. So, he'll be joining us soon. And meanwhile, Dr. Naval and I will start the conversation.
So, Dr. Isha, what makes the PGDM in Health and Hospital Management at IHMR Bangalore stand out compared to other programs in India?
So, see, the thing is that having worked in both clinical corporate healthcare sectors, being an alumni of the same college and now faculty, I can safely, confidently say that IHMR Bangalore's PGDM program is actually uniquely positioned to bridge academic learning and industry needs. The program combines robust theoretical foundations in healthcare systems and operations, policy, and management with a practical, real-world focus. So here students are not just learning the frameworks, they are applying them in actual hospital settings, public health interventions, pharma strategy, or digital transformation projects. The multidisciplinary nature of the curriculum and the institution's strong industry academy interface, it ensures that graduates are not just qualified, they're actually prepared. So if I have to sum it up, all of it in a couple of lines, the curriculum is very industry focused. Theoretical framework is one thing, industry and going out there in the corporate world, it can be a very entirely different thing altogether. So the way that the entire curriculum is prepared in a manner that industry trends are also inculcated. There are multiple different sessions which are taken by industry experts. So you keep on seeing that entire cyclical approach where theory is being taught, but at the very same time, somebody from industry is also coming. So that student can also keep a check on themselves. Okay, whatever I'm studying, will it also help me when I go out and do the job? So that they just don't have a degree, because at the end of the day, it's basically how much you are prepared and how well you are performing.
So
I hope that answers
yes,
the
yes,
question.
it definitely answers. So as a freshly passed out dentist or a dentist, we actually don't have an idea of what healthcare management is basically. So can you tell me the soft skills and technical competencies do you believe are non-negotiable for today's health management professionals?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, I would like the participants to answer this in the chat box. What are the major communication skills that you feel that one should have? Let's give them a couple of minutes. And I believe Dr. Sharath has also joined. Poonam, can you please check?
Yes.
Yes, please do check. And Dr. Naval, let's just motivate our participants to write in the chat box so that we can also see how much do they know about it.
Definitely. So all can mention their questions or any doubts or anything that they think about healthcare management. Yeah.
Do we have any answers? We are also going live, so I would just like to tell this to our Instagram audience that you can also just drop in the chat box. Okay, basic English communication, definitely.
ऐक ना, अस्मिताला तिचा फोन ऑन करू ना. हा.
So communication skills, technical skills, basic English communication, yes. With this one question, which will be answering very soon. Okay. Okay, so
Correct.
what I'll do, I'll just give you a brief of what I feel is also there. So the thing is, currently there was a time. Let me take a step back and just tell you, there was a time where probably 20-30% communication skill and 70% of your hard work and intelligence was cutting through. But now the scenario has changed a lot. Currently, your presentation skills, your communication, when I talk about communication, it is a mix of soft skills, technical competency, everything. So, in today's world, you have to have a major part of that in your entire presentation. Today's health managers, they must master both human and technical skills. Empathetic communication, analytical thinking, team collaboration, adaptability, emotional intelligence, all of these qualities have become indispensable. On the technical side, familiarity with hospital information systems, HIS, quality standards like NABH, NABL, basic data analytics, digital health tools, everything is crucial. And in my industry experience, the most impactful professionals were the ones who could very beautifully marry clinical understanding with managerial efficiency and lead diverse teams towards a shared goal. So, in today's world, becoming a healthcare manager or a manager in general has become pretty much complicated when it comes to integrating your technical skills and soft skills and all of that. Just give me 1 second, I'll check with Dr. Sharath. Yes. Yes, Dr. Naval. You are on mute, Dr. Naval.
So I would like to ask that in your experience, how does IHMR ensure that its teaching and training stay aligned with industry demands?
So, see, I think I can answer it very well because I've studied from here and right now I'm teaching it. So, without any personal bias, from my own personal experience, if I can say, see, IHMR has a very strong tradition of engaging with industry professionals, and they do it very regularly so that they can align the curriculum with evolving healthcare trends. And as somebody who has transitioned from industry to academia, I really, really appreciate how responsive the institution and the system is to feedback from hospitals, pharma companies, health tech startups. So, just to give you an internal input, whatever curriculum, whatever academic curriculum that we are creating, we do have few external experts also who come in from the industry side to tell us how can we revise the content, introduce new topics, new modules, or probably bring in guest faculty or practitioners based on actual feelings. So we are actually not treating academics in isolation. We are constantly connecting learning to what is actually happening on the ground. Dr. Naval, you're on mute. And I believe Sharath might have joined. Poonam, do we have?
Yes. Dr. Sharat has
Yeah.
joined.
Oh,
Hi, Dr. Noel and hi, Dr. Risha. I'm really sorry for the
Hello.
delay. I was stuck with a meeting. Uh,
no worries at all. It's fine.
No worries. Dr. Sharad, I would like to ask you what inspired you to choose health management as a career path and how did you land at IHMR Bangalore?
so I would keep the long story short, but I was working in a clinical setup after my graduation. And while I was working there, there was something that fascinated me about the business part of it. So how we run the hospital, how the finances are managed, how the inventory is managed. I guess like nobody teaches this in our dental all the dentists and all the doctors should know. So that was one of the things that I saw, and I thought why not learn that aspect of running a hospital or a clinic too. So that's how I ended up in IHMR. But then IHMR Bangalore specifically, which is because IHMR Bangalore has got a lot of good connections with different companies and different corporates, and I think that must have actually really helped me with the networking as well. So yeah.
And so we got to know that you are in Deloitte right now. So before joining the PGDM program, did you ever imagine yourself working at the firm? And how did your mindset evolve?
So while starting, I was also unaware, as like most of the other students are. Like I was not aware of joining into Deloitte or something. I was focused on a management sector, a management side of the healthcare. That's all. But once I got into Deloitte, so I think IHMR has done a great job in shaping me on that path because
Absolutely.
yeah.
So what are the most transformative aspects of your PGDM journey at IHMR Bangalore?
So one of them I would highlight is the improvement in soft skills because I think management is basically like the word suggests like managing people and managing things. So soft skills are like a very important aspect of it, and I think IHMR gave me enough exposure to fine tune my soft skills. And apart from that, like technically speaking, I got sound with data analytics and other management aspects, which is in the curriculum of IHMR.
So how did you prepare for the placement rounds at Deloitte and what was the interview process like? Could you please elaborate?
Okay, so the preparation, it actually starts from the first year itself. At IHMR, from the day you join there, we are like learning new things because we come from a purely clinical and healthcare background. So being a doctor, shifting into this was difficult. And then from the day one, we have to start picking up new things, new skills, what all the industry needs and requires for us to be equipped with. And so the preparation started off on that note. And just before the placements were starting, there were many mock interviews. There were extra guest lecturers who were coming in and teaching us on soft skills, quantitative aptitude, and all those criterias. So usually the interview starts with a aptitude test where
Okay.
they screen out a lot of people, and then it moves on to the major it can be like a group discussion and then an interview, an interview can be of like many rounds. For me, it was like 2 rounds of interview and an aptitude. So I cleared that aptitude. After that, like my first session of interview was more on this technical side of mine. Like they asked me like what all technicalities I'm aware of, which would be helpful for them. And then on the second round of interview, it was more about like how I am able to position myself on for them, because like there are some requirements that they also have. So they were looking for that, like if I'll be able to fulfill those requirements. So
So
that's how the interview went.
So during your PGDM journey, can you share a specific project or internship or a classroom experience that significantly shaped you to where you are right now?
So one of those things is like the transformative part is like I got a very good internship right after my first year. Okay, so that internship was with a very international player. It's a global MNC. They work in HR. So I was skeptical at first, and that was actually my first dialogue at the corporate. When we had the first team meeting, they asked me, as a doctor, what do you want to learn here? So I told like funnily I told I want to taste the corporate. I want to get to know the corporate sector, and I guess like they made sure that I got a good experience out of it. So they like taught me, they trained me like how to do everything on that. And the project that I did there, that was uh, that was exactly the project that Deloitte is currently working on. So that gave me a very good edge in the interview, where like the project I have done and the things that where they were looking for, it actually aligned in the place, and it was pretty like good there.
So a very personal question of mine that I have for you is, now that the NEET MDS exams are just over, we have the results out, and people are
Right.
thinking what to do after this. Should I do a master's degree in dentistry, or should I choose a non-clinical field? Should I choose a master's in non-clinical? So what mindset did you have, and how did you decide to switch from dentistry into a corporate field?
So on this, I would like to address like the growing problem of all the young dentists, like all the fresher dentists who are like financially, I guess like they are very underpaid in our sector right now. And that was one of the turning points for me as well. While I was working somewhere, like I got to know like running a clinic is a very different financial aspect. While working there as a dentist, just a like morning 9 to 6 dentist, that won't get you anywhere. So that was one of the turning points for me. And apart from that, like I would say, switching to non-clinical doesn't exactly means that you lose all of your clinical skills out there. You're like shedding off the clinical skills and you're moving on to a different thing. But it's like carrying your clinical skills on the back, but you're not working with it. At the same time, you're learning something new and you're implementing that. So I think that's how I came up into this.
I wanted to ask that as doctors as dentists, we are usually weak at maths. And you mentioned I am weak at maths. I don't know about others, but as doctors, we don't have that much touch into mathematics and all those things. Also, you also mentioned certain aptitude tests, certain, non-clinical related tests and interviews that you had to prep for. So, how confident you were that? I mean, did you already know these things and then got into corporate? And was that a reason that you were confident enough to shift into the non-clinical field, or you were curious enough, or did you know something that okay, this thing I don't know, but can I learn it? Will I be able to learn it during the process, during the PGDM process, and after you get placed? So we always think about that can I do it or not? So how did you decide over that?
Uh, okay, so when the first time I had to write my math exam to get into the college, at that time I was also pretty scared, because when I went through the previous question papers and all, it was like maths, physics, all that stuff coming up, and we have lost touch like after our school days. So that was a challenge, but what I thought like it was a personal view of mine, where what I what I did was like I was good with English, I was good with qualitative, so I tried to score more on that part. While the part where I am weak in, like just like every NEET aspirant does, like wherever you're weak in, like you take a protective measure, and on the other side you just venture out, you try out like to answer as much questions as possible. So that's how I cleared that. But after that, IHMR actually, like they do give us like a lot of activities and exercise. So that actually helped me. Even the extra classes that we got for quantitative and reasoning and aptitude. So that actually helped me with cracking for the job interviews, the exams that come up for the job interviews.
Dr. Naval,
So,
if I can add one pointer over here, majorly because I am
yes,
horrible
yes.
at maths. I am extremely horrible. I think the only maths that I liked was still what we had in class 9th or 10th. And when I decided that no, I want to go for health management, this was the major fear that I had, that I can't even count things. If suddenly you throw a math question to me, I'll look for my calculator first. And then whatever exam I was looking at, any kind of management aptitude exam, it has maths in it. What do you do then? Then what Dr. Sharath is saying is actually the smart way to go about it. You focus on your plus points first. You focus on your plus points. You make sure that you are, proofing it very well. That okay, this is my strong point. I am going to score maximum marks in this. And the kind of, so for health management courses, we do not need very high level of mathematics or quants. So this is something, so basically there are few subjects which can come up. Biostatistics is one, and health economics is one, finance is one. So the kind of maths that we health managers are required is on our level itself, where we can reach up to. You are not expected to solve complex problems on a daily basis. So that fear needs to go away somewhere. That because they have mathematicians for that, they have engineers for that. They need health managers to know those basic quants so that we can understand the process as well. That's it. So it's nothing to be scared of. This is something that I can safely say now. But when I was seeking admission, this was not my stance. So this is something that everybody should remember, that no, this will be at your level and the college will prep you for that. So it all turns out well towards the end.
Another question that I want to ask personally is, we have other non-clinical roles that we can get into just after BDS. So how important is a postgraduate diploma in healthcare management from IHMR Bangalore? How is it different from those other jobs that a dentist can directly get? And how does having a PGDM with you and then getting into a non-clinical role, how different it is?
It's an extremely well articulated question. Let me take it because Dr. Sharad is now going to go out in the industrial world. He will not understand the difference at this point of time. Probably I and Shravan can discuss this couple of years later. So I will give you this answer. Soon after I completed my dentistry, I joined a US healthcare company soon after dentistry with the BDS degree. And I worked there for 2 years. And after that, I decided to come join this course. Now, there were a few reasons that I decided to do that because a lot of other dentists were also working in the same company. But the ones who were climbing up the ladder were majorly the ones who had an MBA degree. So I also saw a couple of questions. What is the difference between PGDM and MBA? The difference is nomenclature. At the end of the day, PGDM is MBA equivalent. The same courses are being taught and the same jobs are being offered. So the nomenclature does not make major difference in the job role. And I realized that if I want to continue at a similar pace, I can continue with a dentistry degree as well. But if you are somebody who also wants to climb up the ladder, then this degree gives you a better edge. It prepares you for the job well. You start understanding the concepts well. Because dentistry is a specialized course in itself. It is teaching you management in indirect ways, but it is not teaching you management from a national or a global level. You are not understanding the kind of models which are there. You're not understanding the kind of frameworks which are there. Until and unless you have that degree, it becomes, I'm not saying that you cannot move up. The only thing that I'm saying is it gives you that upper hand if you want to make your career in corporate. I have hired a lot of people when I was working. And at the end of the day, if it boiled down to two candidates who had similar work experience or probably, like similar skills, the choice usually went towards somebody who also had a management degree, because there are multiple other things which a management degree also teaches you. So that is where it is. So just to sum it up, it is not that you won't get a job after BDS, you will get it. We already have a degree, we already have, certain specific skills. But if you want to make a career out of management, and if you want to climb up the ladder, it is always preferable and suggested that you also are prepared for the management part of it.
So can we say that the job role that I will get if I don't do a PGDM would be at a lower level than the job role that I would directly get
So you
after
can start at
PGDM
the
or
same. You can start at the
okay.
same level. You will start at the same level, but after 1 year, 2 year, when you want to get promoted, when you want to go to another level, when you want to take another role, that is where the problem will start. And one out of say 20 people might get that opportunity because they might be fast learners, they might learn at the job, but not everybody will. Because having an education of 2 years, specifically when you are learning management, that is different.
What kind of job roles can we get into after doing a postgraduate diploma at IHMR Bangalore?
There are multiple areas. Actually, this answer is very, very broad. There are multiple areas, and just to give you a brief overview, because majorly the students who are listening to us are the ones who are just starting. They might not understand the shenanigans very well. So I'll just briefly break it into pieces. Uh, Regular operations is one thing on a daily execution basis, how to go about it. That is one area. Business development or growth vertical, where business development comes, marketing comes, that's another area. Consulting, where you specialize in one particular thing or be a subject matter expert, that is another area. So areas are multiple. You can work in the patient side as well. You can work in the customer side with customer experience and all of it. So think of it as an organization, a small organization, to help you visualize. That if you go to, for example, if you go to a clinic, there is somebody who is taking care of the day-to-day grind. So operations will have multiple different roles. There is somebody who is helping increase the revenue. That comes under business development. There is somebody who is working on spreading out the word. That is marketing. Then there is somebody who is also sitting at the mid level and the top who is putting in strategic thought processes. That how on a broad level we can increase the revenue or maximize the business. That comes under strategy. Then that also comes under consulting at some point of time. So all these areas are majorly where you can fit in. Then there will be somebody who will work into patient experience or customer experience. So depending upon the area that you're getting into, the job will be different. Specifically, if I talk about IHMR Bangalore, regarding the verticals, there are two flagship courses. So this is where the segregation itself starts, because I have seen that in the first year when students join, we have absolutely no idea. Sharaf, correct me if I'm wrong. I think when we join in the first year, we have absolutely zero idea because
Right,
we
right.
are a specific skill set. But the first question is कि अरे यार job क्या मिलेगी इसके बाद में, right? That is the first thing which comes up, and I think it takes almost a year for students to understand that exactly what we are going to do. For a very long time, I kept on thinking, "यार ये consultants करते क्या हैं?" And I never got a clear answer from anybody because I only saw them making PPTs. And after working as a consultant myself, yes, my work actually revolved around making a lot of presentations. But what I was not aware was that the content that goes into it only comes with subject matter expertise and problem solving skills. So the verticals goes by the likes of hospital management, public health, health IT, and pharmaceutical management. And the other course that we have is a specialized course which we have pioneered. It's AI and data science in healthcare. So it's very self-explanatory. All hospital planning revolves around hospital, pharmaceutical management revolves around pharmaceuticals. So the names are very much self-explanatory. But what we are going to understand in the coming time, the first year, that what all different roles are there. If I'm working in a hospital, what are the roles? Can I be an operation manager? Can I work in supply chain? Can I work in procurement? There are multiple areas which fit into it. So I think this blanket term is good enough for everybody to understand that, yeah, okay, blanketly, there are few areas where we can work. And the breakdown, it comes later when you start understanding the course well.
So,
Uh,
Dr. Sarath, I
yeah.
still have a question that I didn't get clarity about, is
All right.
because changing from clinical to non-clinical for all the freshers that we have here. For them, it is very confusing as well as they know that it is a life-changing decision. So
Right.
what was that one decision that let you really leave clinical and get into non-clinical? Like it was the pay, I understood, but what was the inner feeling that I need to leave dentistry and go into the healthcare aspect of the non-clinical part?
Uh, I would not say that like I ever had in my mind that I'm leaving dentistry. Okay, so even now, like if you ask me, like, do you want to practice? I'll surely say yes. I'll go ahead like practicing for another 6 months, like sharpening my skills, getting back all those things. Because I guess the handwork that we have learned, that's not going anywhere. We are out of touch for sure. Like because for a long time we have not practiced on patients. Yes, but we have not lost our skills as a dentist. We are not losing that. But this is a different opportunity that we are getting. Like, I guess most of the fresher dentists would be thinking, like, after dentistry, what is next? It is either like set up your own clinic, or you practice as a dentist somewhere, or if you want to join a corporate dental chain, or if not, study higher, like go for your master's and do your MDS. So looking on to this, it is a very straightforward journey, and I think like most of my seniors and like other colleagues, they have also gone through the same thing. And I guess like increase in the number of dentists and the decrease in the number of seats for MDS, that's also got a big competition out there. So all these factors, like when I combined together, I thought, why not go into another field for this for the time being? Why not explore the business part of it? Why not see the healthcare from the what to say, like a bird's view angle? Because as a dentist, we work on the forefront. We work directly with the patients. But here, after doing the healthcare management, we'll be the people like will be sitting behind the board, and like we'll be the ones like who will be strategizing things, who will be managing the larger part of the healthcare. So I wanted to explore that part. I wanted to be a person like can bring about that change in the larger sector of healthcare. So as a dentist, like we directly involve in a person's health condition, we try to improve that. But I think like healthcare management gives you an opportunity to be a person who can make policies, I guess, which can affect a large population of India, like a large population's health. So I think that is one of the things that turned me into this.
So I wanted to ask that with your personal experience and the people that you have met along the journey, in college there are certain people who have certain leadership skills beforehand, and in college there are certain introverted people during their dentistry period. So how it does PGDM at IHMR Bangalore, the courses at IHMR Bangalore help those people who are of an introverted personality? Because as we think that healthcare industry needs or has leadership roles or require person who have leadership roles. So how important is does PGDM at IHMR hold to reshape a personality of a particular doctor if he or she is lacking in that?
So from the start, from the very beginning, our course is like more of case studies, activities, group activities, team discussions, and all that. Unlike the traditional theory that we have been studying, we have more of like activity-based classes. So even I guess like even the most extroverted and the most introverted person will be together in a group someday, and they will have to present something one day or the other. So I think like it gives you a lot of opportunities. IHMR actually gives you a lot of opportunities, especially in the class, where like you go out on the stage, you talk to your own peers, and then after that, like you get to talk to your alumni as well. You get to you get a chance to network with people who are like-minded. So I think like that will cure off like a lot of inhibitions that we had, like as an introverted person, like all these people have an inhibition to talk to other people. I think like HMR gives you a very good stage to go out, explore, network with people, try understanding new things. And one thing I would say, like, however, a person, like, as you specified, introvert, I would say that, like, however, a person would be, if they are a dentist, I'll talk only for the dentist perspective. Uh, Almost all dentists are trained how to talk to a patient. And I think that is one of the basic communication skills that we all gain up, like, as we graduate as dentist. So this was like an extended version where in a clinic we used to talk to a single patient and their bystander, but now like we are talking to a different population, around like 10 or 20 people. We are talking to a large gathering. It's just that like whatever skills we obtain from as a dentist, that we are gonna put into use, but in an amplified way. And I think like IHMR really trains us with that. They give us a lot of exercises. They correct us. There are teachers like who actually guide us like how to go about, like how to remove that stage fear that we have. So yeah, that's how it helps.
So as majorly our audiences are of our dentists, so I would like to ask Dr. Isha is how while selecting a person for a particular job, how well how well does a dentist stand in that job placement category when compared to other professionals who have done a PGDM?
Okay. So basically, you are asking about a comparative this thing. So a dentist without a PGDM degree and a dentist with a PGDM degree. Yes. So this is very much similar to the previous question that I had answered.
And also from the other specialty also, like the BPT graduates or the other healthcare graduates are there. When compared to them, if a dentist does PGDM, is he
Okay, so
selected
you're
before
comparing
or
a
after,
dentist
or
with
is he
other
preferred
specialty.
over them or not?
Okay, okay, understood.
Yes.
So, see, yeah. So, as per my experience and from whatever I've seen, sure, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think around 40-50% are dentists in our course easily.
Yeah, yeah.
The number actually changes at times, but yeah, it's more or less the majority is from the dental sector. So, couple of things that I believe a dentist trusts really well. So, one thing is we are very well aware of the medical terminology. And again, this is my personal opinion, but what happens that if you're comparing us with an MBBS doctor, MBBS students, medicos usually don't have the time to nurture their alternative hobbies or any other passions. We actually are kind of fortunate enough to have that time after our college hours. I'm talking about a dentist in a college. So because either we are working in a clinic parallelly, or we are spending that time in doing something else which can like polish our skills, the kind of negotiation skills that we learn while dealing with patients. Because dentistry, this is a very I believe everybody will agree with it that if probably your hand is paining or you have muscle aches, you might take one or two paracetamol for a few days and just try to pass it over. But if you have extreme pain in your tooth, you will not be able to bear it. You will go to the dentist. And if you really, really like a dentist, you will go 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers also to visit the same dentist. So now, if you break it down, why is it happening? It's happening because, along with our technical skills, our hand skills, we are also negotiating and convincing the patient. Imagine this situation, how difficult it is to handle a PEDS patient. To convince a PEDS patient that no, this injection is, it's okay, you have to get it done. And imagine working in a process department where all sort of unreasonable patients are going to come to you and you have to make sure that the denture is fitting well because everything is immediately happening over there. So over the time we don't realize, but we develop our convincing and negotiation skills in a very, very, very polished way. And that helps. And most of the times, I'm not talking about the exceptions. I'm only talking about the rule. But most of the times, I've seen that the majority of dentists that I have met, they also have a parallel activity that do. They write, they read. There is public speaking trait in them. Something or the other is there. This is something that I've observed. I don't know the reason behind it, but there is some. There are most of the people who are doing it. This also helps us develop ourselves in a very broad way. So dentists actually do very well, and the kind of degree that we come with and the kind of degree that we get, it makes a very unique combination. So when I talk about other areas also, so just the other day we were having an open day and students from multiple areas had come in. And just to give you an overview that not just dentists or MBBS students are joining it, we have students from non-healthcare background also. We have a couple of students with physics background who are studying healthcare management. So the major reason is you have to understand how you integrate your graduation skills with your post-graduation skills. Fortunately, the kind of skills that we are learning in our undergraduate this thing course, it integrates very well with the postgraduate one. So that works in favor of us. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it definitely does. So I also would like to ask is with AI and data playing a bigger role in healthcare, how is IHMR integrating such advancements into its teaching?
Okay, so as I have already mentioned, we are actually the pioneers when it comes to the course AI and data science in healthcare. So we are the first institute in India who have started this specifically in the niche area of healthcare. And at the very same time, even before AIDS, when we had health tech, we have integrated modules, guest lectures on AI in healthcare, health informatics, data analytics. Students are being encouraged to explore real use cases, be it a hospital analytics dashboard to predictive models in public health. And as a faculty, we are also collaborating across departments to ensure that interdisciplinary learning is happening. So here our aim is not just to reach technology, but also to prepare students to ask the right questions and use data responsibility to improve the outcomes. So we are also taking in accord that students who are coming, they might not have used AI on a larger. I'm not talking just about ChatGPT. It's basically on a broader level. So they might not understand what prompt engineering is. They might not understand what prompt and tokens they might need. So making them acquainted with the entire terminology. And just to give you an example, the digital, like we have Admire, which is basically a digital innovation hub over here. And the AIDS faculty coordinator, he's a dentist. He is a dentist and he is currently the tech guy in the college. If you have any kind of requirement where you want to learn more about AI or digital health, there's a dentist that we go to, which exactly gives the like the answer that we want to that yes, even though we might not have studied in our UG courses, but we are being prepared in a way that we can do it too.
Dr. Sarath, uh, since you have completed the PGDM course and now you're working with Delolite, what future do you see for yourself, or have you planned something ahead of it? So, what career pathways have now you decided in this non-clinical healthcare journey of yours?
So career path, as of now, I have got into this company. I have got placed there. I've not joined them yet. I'm still waiting for the joining. So currently, doing good there in that company, in that job role is something that I'm looking forward to. And as of now, as long as I've not joined there, I don't think I'll be able to tell you what I'm planning ahead, because that is a surprise that I'm awaiting, and I hope it's a good one.
So currently, I believe Sharath is just happy about the fact that he has gotten into Deloitte. It
Right.
is one of the big fours, and he because I have spoken to him about it, and Deloitte is actually something that students actually look forward to. That yeah, once you get into it, it's one of the big four, and your pathway becomes clear. There are chances that he might not get out of it for years. There are chances that like he might just continue to be there. So yeah,
Right.
I believe that probably in another year or two, we'll invite Sharath again to ask, okay, what are you planning next?
Right.
Can
But
I? Yeah.
to add on to Dr. Shah, what she said on the last answer, I would say even my HOD was a dentist, as she said, and we all look forward to for every digital aspect of healthcare, our contact person is a dentist, and I think that is the whole gist of this meeting that we are having. like if dentists can do something good in this non-clinical, I guess there are a lot of examples in front.
So
There
we
is a
have a,
statement that I
yeah,
keep on saying, like I say, mazak mein, jokingly, that dentistry has become the new engineering. So now
yeah.
we do dentistry first, and then we decide that okay, what do we want to do next?
So we have a question that are there any government opportunities or any health policy opportunities in the government sector after doing the PGDM course from IHMR Bangalore?
Yes, absolutely. So, yeah, but definitely I would like to point this out that government vacancies and all of that, because they are based on an external factor, you will have to keep an eye open for that. But when it comes to working in the public sector, public health actually has multiple opportunities where you can work on the grassroots level and you can work with different NGOs, you can work on policy making in general, be it nationally, be it globally. So public health is one area. If you want to work on the grassroots level in the public sector, that could be it.
Or one more question that I had is, what is the salary expectations after getting placed from IHMR Bangalore after doing the PGDM? So we all want to know that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, absolutely. So, see, I'll give you a range and I'll also give you one statement that I use everywhere. We have a 100% placement record. That's what the data says. At the very same time, the range that we have is average placement goes up to 7 lakhs and the highest has gone up to 24 lakhs. So you see the range, it is very wide, 7 to 24 LPA. We have had both of it. So now the student has to decide, where do I stand? You have to understand what are the skill sets that I have, what am I doing in the 2 years that I'm spending in this campus. We have given you a very wide range. We have a placement team, they work very well. We have a placement committee also, which is being run by the students. So the college will give you all the branding and all the support that you need for companies to come in. But at the very same time, let me say it as brutally honestly that I can. Uh, I cannot get a student 24 LPA job if the student is not preparing for themselves. It's as simple as that. Everybody is not going to get the highest package. You have to prove your worth. Average package is there. There are multiple sort of jobs which are coming. Different ranges are there. You have to put in your 100% to make sure that when that company comes, you will crack. We will prepare you for it, but you have to make sure that you are also giving your 100%.
So if Dr. Sarath can share, we have a question that what job role are you placed or waiting for the acceptance from Delolite, if you can share.
Uh, Currently, as of now, the information that I have got, it is as a data analysis role in the consulting side of Deloitte. Uh, so that's all I've been known right now. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for the final confirmation letter from their side.
So, two questions over here. What are the foreign opportunities that we can get after doing PGDM? Do we have a direct placement like from Dubai, healthcare companies from Dubai or other countries coming in at IHMR Bangalore and getting placed, either work from home or going in that country? One. And second is, can I use this degree and, go to other countries and then apply for a job over there? How useful is that?
So the answer is yes to all. One thing is amongst the list of placement organizations that come, there are few international organizations as well. And because you specifically mentioned Dubai, there is one hospital, Bujil Hospital, which comes to placement for us. So even in Sharad's batch, multiple students have gotten placed in international hospital. The second is like we get some other jobs. So there are multiple alumni from IHM Bangalore itself who are currently working abroad. Some of them have received an on-site offer that they started working here in some company, and the company only gave them an on-site, and they moved to some other place. And sometimes they have gone there. And basis. So the thing is, the third question is a bit tricky because sometimes different countries have different regulations. So the degree is acceptable, but at the very same time, due to their needs and necessities, they might ask for certain specifications. But in most of the places, we have multiple alumni who are working abroad. So if you want to do that, that is definitely an option that you have.
uh, as I know that IHMR also has online degrees that we can do, as well as offline, that is going to the college and spending 2 years over there. And so, according to you, which is better, a person who has online PGDM or MBA or an going to college, spending 2 years and getting that degree over there. So which is comparatively better?
So, Dr. Naval, one thing, the PGTM courses that we have, they are not online. They are regular 2-year courses. We do have some short-term training programs, short-term, long-term, but then those are not MBA equivalent. PGTM programs are 2 years, and I believe that there are certain colleges which also offer online and long-distance degrees. But see, the thing is, this management course, no, it's not just a curriculum. It is a life skill that you're learning, and you are learning to interact with different stakeholders, and you are learning to develop yourself. For example, say as a public speaker, you are also polishing your communication skills, you are also polishing your interview skills. So all those things, they can only happen perfectly when you are sitting in a classroom. Sharad, would you want to add something to it?
So yeah, so to add on to that, like I guess I answered the previous question where I said like when you asked me how the preparation for the interview was, I said like it's from the day one, like from the day one of joining the college, because there is no something set syllabus like that we have to prepare to get a job, but it's all about the classroom and the interaction and networking that we make during our college days. That's what helps us like in the future. That's the hard truth. So if you just like sit in a sit in a place and like get your curriculum done on an online class, that will give you the knowledge for sure. But how to put use to that knowledge is something that we gain in the class.
I think that we might be pretty convinced now that PGDM from IHMR Bangalore is important. So can you just brief me about the process as to how a dentist who has just given his NEET exam and wants to join IHMR Bangalore in its various courses? Can you tell me how is the process? Is there any exam for it? Do we have to give a national entrance exam for it or some sort of things like that?
So for that, we actually have our admissions team in the chat box. They have shared a prospectus as well. And just to give you a brief, anybody can go to the prospectus and get the details of it. But just to give you a brief, yes, you do have to appear for a management exam. And after you give the scores of that, there is a certain eligibility criteria, 50% you have to, receive in that. After that, you are invited for a group discussion or personal interview. So once that happens, after that basis of the cumulative marks of those, you are, informed that you are admitted or not. So yes, management exam is a prerequisite for this.
Hi, I just have a question. Is it okay to pop in?
Sure, Doc. You can
Why
ask
not?
your question.
Yeah, so I have done my master's in dental public health. So I would like to know what are the job roles that we should apply once we have done that master's in non-clinical sector. So
Okay, so where have you done it from, Dr. Varsha?
I have done it from UK, from Uni of Sheffield.
Okay, and you have moved back to India?
Yes, I'm currently pregnant, so I had to stay back here. So I was looking for non-clinical opportunities, and that's when I actually saw this webinar. So I would like to know what are the job roles that I should apply for, because I have no idea towards the non-clinical side.
Yeah, no worries at all. So you have anyways done an MPH, right?
Yeah,
So
MDPH,
MPH,
like dental public health.
okay, dental public health. So
Yeah.
that changes the scenario slightly. When you have done an MPH, no, it kind of opens the variety for you. So
Okay.
when you have specialized in dentistry, then it kind of reduces it, but you can still, there are multiple areas where you can work as, I'm not sure if they would be remote or not, because public health usually involves a lot of field travels and all of that. So
Okay.
just to give you an example, there are multiple program managers for different programs. So if at all there are multiple initiatives which are being done by the government or from the NGO side or at the state level, there you can work as the program manager who basically coordinate resources and they evaluate program effectiveness. And depending upon the expertise that you have, you can also work as a consultant. So you can provide expert advice, support to organizations on public health matters. Another area is you can probably work as a health policy analyst. You can get into research, conducting research, analyzing data, developing recommendation for health policies. Or you can become an administrator. You can oversee public health programs, and overall, wherever the policies are developed, you can ensure the successful implementation of it.
Okay.
So these are few areas that where you can work, but I'm not very sure if they would be remote.
Oh, and like if it's like insurance companies, they are taking a few doctors as well. So in cases of insurance company, what are the role that we should apply for?
So insurance companies will have multiple areas. They will also have billing. They will also have coding. They might be having some customer service related areas. There might be grievances. So depending upon the kind of role that you're looking for, there are multiple openings for dentists. But then I'm not too sure if your public health in dentistry, this area is going to be any major help in that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank
So
you so much.
I would like to add one thing, that if in our CV or your CV, Varsha, if you have
Mhm.
a PGDM from IHMR, no, your chances, the path will get easy to apply and get selected, I feel. If you have a PGDM from IHMR Bangalore and any non-clinical healthcare degree, if you have, your path becomes clearer while applying for these jobs. And it is currently now difficult for you to find jobs, apply them without any non-clinical experience. So you might be selected, you might not be selected, but if you have in your CV to show them that, okay, I know some sort of public health because I am a MDS in public health dentistry, but I also have a non-clinical degree like PGDM from IHMR Bangalore. So this will clear out all those, spikes and difficulties in the path that is there for you to go into non-clinical.
Okay.
At
Makes
the
sense.
very same time, Dr. Vasha, I do understand that currently, like on a personal level, you're at a different state. So I completely understand that right now might not be the time for you to
Yeah.
change it right away. And that is completely fine. You don't have to, like go into that spiral. Ki, "Acha, abhi kya?" It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You take your time, you figure out certain jobs. But again, in public health and specifically dentistry is a niche, it becomes slightly difficult. But
Okay.
you can bag some entry level jobs, and at some point of time, if you feel that this is where you want to make your career in, you can contact us anytime.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome and all the best.
And thank you.
Yes. So, Dr. Naval, I'll just take a few questions from the chat box. Okay, am I audible to everyone? I'm not too sure. I think Dr. Naval's screen is frozen. Yes. Okay, so there are a few questions about how you can get in and what is the syllabus for non-clinical field. The prospectus has already been shared. You can also visit our website, ihmrbangalore.edu.in, where you can get a detailed information on the curriculum of all the 4 semesters. Difference between PGDM and MBA is just nomenclature. I've already included this in the couple of questions that I've answered. Okay, healthcare and hospital management. Healthcare mostly refers to public health over here in this context, and hospital management is majorly about hospital planning and operations and all of that. Government opportunities we have discussed. Starting salary we have discussed. The average range is 7 LPA to 24 LPA. And campus placement, this again I have answered that we do have a placement team who looks into it, and the average placement figure also I've shared with you. And okay, I'm not sure who this Mr. Sunny Talreja is, who has mentioned if anybody wants to do online MBA. That is not affiliated to IHMR Bangalore, in case anybody is wondering. My team is already over there, and you can contact Ms. Joyce Jason for it. Yes. Joyce, sir, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, sir. I would like to ask, since the questions are already answered in the chat box, I would lastly want to ask any, and Dr. Sarath, any advice, a piece of advice that you would like to give, for all the participants and those who will see this recording of the webinar. Any piece of advice that you would like to give?
Yes, why not? Sharath, would you like to go first?
Oh, sure, ma'am. No, fine. So one small piece of advice that I would give to every dentist, like who is planning to go into this non-clinical sector would be do a thorough research about what you're getting in, because I've seen a lot of people who are getting into this non-clinical sector, but they are not feeling happy in this. So people should be very well aware of like what they are getting in. And as dentistry, as ma'am said, it's a very niche field. So getting out from the niche field into a very broader category will come with its own challenges. There will be a lot of things to learn, and there will be a lot of new skills to take up. So I would say, like, if you are up for an adventure, like taking up new skills, exploring new things, then non-clinical can be a really fruitful field for you. Yes, and good luck to everyone who is planning to do that. Ma'am, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. See, as a BDS graduate myself, I completely understand the dilemma. It's practically changing your entire career again. That is what it feels like in that moment. But at the very same time, if you are somebody who enjoys understanding systems, managing change, and probably making a broader impact beyond individual patients, then this degree is worth exploring. You are going to enjoy working in it. And do not feel that it means that you are giving up your clinical identity. As Sharath had already said, it you cannot take the dentist out of us. My hands sometimes still crave to just extract some root stumps. And I do that at times. There are friends who have clinics, there are certain dental camps being organized. So I just call up my friend that, hey, I'll come assist you in some of the other surgery. And the thing is, your hand it still remembers. You might forget some theoretical terms here or there, but your hand will remember. The muscle memory is very strong. And it is not that you stop being a dentist. It just means that you are a dentist who has become a healthcare manager. That's it. It just means that your identity has now expanded. In fact, your clinical background is going to give you a very unique advantage in leadership roles. So, my advice is only going to be that stay curious. Stay curious, take up internships, attend webinars, speak with people in both the spaces. And you let exposure be the guiding light, not fear. Don't enter into anything with the left foot. You don't be scared of it. Be curious about it. Be open to the exposure, and I think then you will find it interesting enough to continue. That's all from my end.
So, thank you so much to everyone who joined us today for this engaging and thought-provoking session. Health Management Unplugged, Real Stories, Real Answers. A heartfelt thank you to our esteemed speakers, Dr. Isha Maharana, for your valuable academic insights and for helping us understand how the foundation of health management is built at IHMR Bangalore. Dr. S. Sarath, for sharing your inspiring journey, honest reflections, and for showing us what's possible when education, ambition, and clarity come together. Today's session wasn't just about careers, it was about choices, mindset, and evolving world of healthcare. I'm sure every attendee is walking away with a clearer perspective and renewed motivation. A big thank you to the entire team of IHMR Bangalore for organizing this event and for their continued efforts in shaping future leaders in health management. And finally, if you want more details about the courses offered by IHMR, please get in touch directly with the team. Details are mentioned in the chat box. A recording of this session will also be shared with you. Until next time, stay inspired, stay informed, and keep building the future of healthcare. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Naval. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharad. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank
joining
Thank you,
in.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.